Lately, folks have been up in arms about the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, and Elon Musk's involvement in it. Depending on who you ask, it's either a revolutionary move to cut government waste or a dystopian nightmare. But let's pump the brakes on the outrage for a second and take a hard look at the facts. When you sift through the noise, you'll find that DOGE is not only legal and constitutional, but it's also something that should have happened a long time ago. First off, DOGE isn't some rogue experiment in governance. It exists within the executive office of the president, a place where past administrations have launched all sorts of efficiency initiatives. The president has every right, per Article 2 of the Constitution, to shape the executive branch in a way that makes it function better. Now, creating a department to root out waste and fraud is well within that scope, and Musk, his role as a special government employee, isn't some newfangled loophole. It's been used before to bring private sector experts for special projects. His job is to cut through the bureaucratic sludge, find where taxpayer money is vanishing, and do something about it. If that makes people uneasy, maybe they should be asking why no one did it sooner. Now, let's talk about where the real inefficiency lies. Congress, for decades, we've heard endless complaints about waste, fraud, and mismanagement. Reports from Government Accountability Office, GAO, and inspectors general have documented billions in improper payments, bloated budgets, and programs that just plain don't work. And what has Congress done? Well, they've mostly shrugged. Here's their track record. Agencies have been hemorrhaging money for years, but rather than fixing it, Congress just keeps rubber stamping budgets. Trillions in taxpayer dollars have been misused, and yet hearings on waste typically lead to nothing more than finger-pointing, not solutions. Instead of fixing inefficiencies, they spend their time blaming each other and ensuring that nothing actually changes. Why is that? So when DOGE comes in and starts actually doing the job Congress has neglected to do, it's no surprise that some politicians are getting nervous. The question isn't whether DOGE is overstepping, it's why Congress has let things get this bad in the first place. Now, love him or hate him, Musk has a track record of making things work. He's taken industries that were bloated, broken, or stagnant, like space travel and electric cars, and turned them into well-oiled machines. Now imagine applying that same efficiency to the government. That's the real reason people are up in arms, because if Musk succeeds, it will prove that much of what we've been told about government inefficiency, about it being inevitable, is just plain false, and that they were all in it together. And let's be clear, DOGE isn't about burning everything down. It's about taking a modern approach to governance, one that uses data, technology, and sound management to fix what's broken. If you're against that, you might want to ask yourself why. The outrage over DOGE and Musk's role isn't about legality or constitutionality. It's about the fear of change. The truth is, government efficiency should have been a priority all along. And if it takes an outsider like Musk to force the issue, so be it. Instead of panicking over one man's involvement, maybe it's time to demand more from the people who are supposed to be keeping things in check all along. Because if a guy from the private sector can clean up the government better than Congress, then maybe the problem isn't DOGE. It's the system that let things get this bad in the first place. Watch your top knot.